Okay, according to this, we are live. I
Yes,
won't
sir.
guarantee it, but it says we are. And I'm trying to see if anybody's in here. And do
Well, I'm
you know
sharing
where?
the link. I am
Okay,
sharing
I,
the.
I see that. Is there a spot where I can tell?
It should tell you your viewer count on there, or and if people are typing in the comment section,
Yeah.
uh, you should be able to see in the comment section as well.
Oh, okay. Up by the eyeball.
Yes, sir. The
Yes, sir.
eyeball
I
that is the
got it.
viewer count.
According to the eyeball, we got nobody.
Got to give
Hey.
time.
Oh, Cynthia showed up in chat. Welcome to the show, Miss Cynthia. This is kind of a test run of a stupid hillbilly.
I gotta have some confidence, old man. Come on now. Test run of a hopefully a good show about recovery, and you could do it week after week. People, I don't know what you was planning, but maybe people can come and talk about the
Yep,
recoveries that they've made in their lives and
that's
testify
exact.
about that.
That's what it's about. Trying to reach a hand out and help somebody up out of the pit of despair. Because you know, misery loves company. Oh shit! Ike showed up. Welcome, Ike, Miss Cynthia.
Welcome, Mike.
Yay!
But
Oh shit!
yeah,
We
I
can
think
fix that here, Ike. We can fix that.
no, I think Ike's telling you you gotta overcome your crippling gayness, Chuck. You and Flo be picking on me, bro. Yeah, got me hurting my feelings sometimes. Sometimes
Hey,
I want
you
to cry.
you mean Flo doesn't tell the truth?
Oh no, who would have guessed? Well, I'm
Holy
glad that
crap!
tenth man shut the book on it. Tenth man said I'm not gay. I'm not allowed to be gay.
Yeah, we got
Thank
four
you,
people
Chief.
in here. Feast Dynamo, welcome, welcome. I was just going to let a few more filter in if anybody shows up. Like I said, this will probably be a short one. But anybody that's interested in recovery of any sort from any addiction, this is a spot that where maybe people can reach out and get some help to better their life. Is Flow catching strays? Think about it.
Flo is a stray.
Yes, well, or you got to keep them guessing.
By the way, Chuck, on the computer, as I have
Yeah,
not done this on the phone. On the computer, if you see, I just posted the Streamyard link. Even though I'm a mod, I can't pin it. So if on the computer, you could pin it. But if you want
uh,
people to come up, you got to give them the link, old man.
yeah, good idea.
Thank you, Miss Cynthia, for sharing the live. But no,
I'm
I,
trying to
I was
figure
just
out how to pin the stupid thing.
you got you gotta be in
I, I told you this was rough. This was rough,
I'm
homie.
not laughing at you. I'm laughing at who just showed up.
Uh oh.
Oh
Let me
shit.
guess. Is it Imperious?
Yeah.
Oh
He's like,
Lord.
Chuck.
Oh,
Uh,
now,
now how you pin it? You got to be in your YouTube to pin it. You don't pin it up in Streamyard.
hey, let
At
me
least I don't think
see.
you can. If Chuck disappears, it's because he's on his phone. He will be back shortly.
Yeah.
And this is the best way to learn to do fun little fucking actual test streams. Let people come in and see the blooper reel, so to speak. At least it was fun for me when I was learning way back in the day. Although I had terrible, mean racists come in and drop racial epithets and call me Indian when I was learning how to do all this.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Yes. Yes, Chuck. Yes, I am. You don't have to tell everybody I'm a POS. That hurts. Uh, so we are just doing a Chuck test live stream for those of you who are wondering what's going on. And Chuck is learning the ropes so he can do his streams, and that is going to be awesome. We need more streamers
As
out
a
there making content.
as you a managing moderator, can you pin
I cannot. I cannot pin. The channel.
owner?
Only the channel owner is allowed to pin. Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Like as a managing mod, I'm allowed to look at people's channel activity, like what they've done on your channel, and then I can ban them for that. That's about it. Like even if they remove a comment, if they say like the N word, right, and then they remove it before you can see it, and you want them banned, you can go to their channel activity, and it'll show you all their comments, and you can be like, get out of here. I unironically have a crippling addiction for talking about the moon race recently, Chuck. I keep trying to do space streams, and each stream I'll get a little closer to satisfying the itch, but then some things. Oh no, Chuck
Good
left.
Lord. Yeah,
I'm about to
I'm
have a.
back.
I'm about to have abandonment problems.
I'm back, I think.
You are back. You are back.
Every time I try to push a button, it wants to take me to another screen and then it wants to kick me out of StreamYard. So
See,
definitely phone is a bad idea.
that's what I was telling Lauren way back when the fire first happened. She's like, "Well, we got to get you streaming." I'm like, Lauren, it's hard to stream from a phone, darling.
Oh, it's
Hard.
worse. It's worse than hard.
Especially if you don't have the settings right, because you have to. Well, not only do you have to have the settings right, you also have to have a forever fucking battery. You got to have like those fucking liquid cooled batteries that fucking El Perro was talking about, and fucking it's got to be fully charged because StreamYard's only gonna give you 30 minutes, bro. When I was streaming on my phone, Chuck, I could
Yeah.
literally the battery moving down. I'm like, bro, ain't no way, ain't no way.
Oh yeah. If I'm not plugged in, the battery will go quickly.
So see, Chuck, you got good people.
Look at that. Welcome, folks. Welcome. Thank you for visiting. This is going to be a channel about recovery related subjects. And we'll see how it goes. It'll take a while to get it going. I can see though that trying to run it from a phone is a massive headache. So the next one I'll have to have the laptop set up. But welcome all that wants to show up, and anybody got any questions or stories related to recovery, feel free if you want to share, because that's what it's about. If I can, if any of us can lend a hand to help somebody up out of the pit, then we've done something in my book. Because that old adage of misery loves company, and that's a proven fact.
I
You want
thought
to
mis-
walk? Go ahead.
I thought misery loved authors of child books.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't interrupt it for that.
you're fine. You're fine. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. You're good.
I
But I have some clips or whatever you want to call it that I'm putting together. There's an old series that was done by Joe and Charlie were their names, where they talk about aspects of recovery. They're a couple of old Southern boys, and I mean old. I don't even know if they're still alive, but they made a huge hit in the recovery circles. for their talk and helping people get through situations. And people get this recovery stuff mixed up. Yeah, there are some groups that seem cultish out there or want to relish the thought of the next drug or the next drink. But there's groups out there too that, like I belong to. We didn't go there for a crutch. We kept going to try to help the next man because something was given us freely. We want to return. Good Lord. Welcome all. Welcome all who's
And
here.
that's actually
Go ahead.
one of the great things about people like you, Chuck, is like you get help, you fix yourself, you fix your situation, and you want to pay it forward. We
Yes, sir.
need more people in this society and more humans in general that want to do that because that's what makes the world a better place. Not spotulating about self betterment, not just running your mouth about politics, policy, like actually putting an effort to help people and show them a better way forward
And you
and
you
being there to
can't
catch them when they fall.
you can't keep it if you don't give it away. That's the thing about it. You can't be stingy with it.
You hear him, ladies? I'm sorry, Chuck.
That's all right. What'd you say?
Said, did you hear him, ladies?
That's right. I'm just looking for something. So pardon the dead air.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't know. I can ramble with the best of them. I'm a rambling man.
Yeah, why don't you
Rambling.
post your GoFundMe just in case, and just
All
talk a
right.
minute about that.
You sure, Chuck?
I'm positive.
All right. Let's see here. Well, I am touched by that and appreciate it. So the GoFundMe that Chuck is mentioning, I just posted. It is to help me and my mother rebuild. For those of you who don't know me, I am a caregiver for my mom, and I wanted to wait until after Christmas to do a GoFundMe. That way, if people wanted to give, it would be a little less pressure. And I'm making content about it only because of two reasons. One, I want to be completely open and transparent about where the money goes and how we spend it and what we do with it. And people are very interested in that type of content, the rebuilding content and the people working with their hands and DIY content type stuff. So, thank you all for if you donate, and thank you all if you don't. And if you don't like me, you don't feel like donating, or you don't have it to donate, if you don't mind, could you share the GoFundMe link? I would appreciate that.
There
Much
you
love.
go.
Appreciate it, everybody.
And a lot of what I do comes out of this thing called the Big Books, Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and it says, "But I will not have the benefit of contact with you who wrote this book. We cannot be sure. God will determine that. So you must remember that your real reliance is always upon Him. He will show you how to create the fellowship you crave. This book is meant to be suggestive only. We realize we only know a little. God will constantly disclose more to you and to us. Ask Him in your morning meditation what you can do each day for the man who is still sick. The answers will come. If your house, if your own house is in order, but obviously you cannot transmit something you haven't got, see to it that your relationship with Him is right, and great events will come to pass for you and countless others. This is the great fact for us. Abandon yourself to God as you understand God. Admit your faults to Him and your fellows. Clear away the wreckage of your past. Give freely of what you find and join us. We shall be with you in the fellowship of the Spirit, and you will surely meet some of us as you trudge the road of happy destiny. May God bless you and keep you until we meet. That's just a little passage out of the book. You know, it's not about being selfish, it's about being giving of yourself. That's the only way. And it's about the whole program of Alcoholics Anonymous. And I'm sure I can't speak for it. But as far as AA goes, the whole purpose, it's not about not drinking. The purpose, when you reach the end of them steps, the purpose is about living again, about not having to rely on that liquid in the bottle or that crap that you got lined out on a desk. And trust me, when I got to the program, the only thing I consider as God at the time was the chair I was sitting in, because everything else in my life had ran fast and far away from me as it could. So I started out from ground zero. I had to find a God of my understanding, not of some book, not of some religion. It's just the path that I had to use in order to find a God to help me recover from alcoholism. And
Man,
go ahead.
I that hit me really hard what you just said because my brother just got out of prison yesterday, right?
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And
If I may ask, how old is he?
a 20.
Okay, he's a youngin.
Yeah, he turned 18. He went to prison as soon as he turned 18, like 2 months
Oh
before.
Lord.
And he's been in there the past 2 years. And he's a fighter. I made him tough because I didn't want him to get bullied and messed with.
Yep.
And he took that as like I got to fight everybody and everything if they mess with me. So I'm a part of that. But I used to be a Muslim. Like I've always seeked out God, right? And he looked up to me so much. I don't know why. Like I don't see myself as anything worth being looked up to. But he tried to follow right along in my footsteps. But God bless the boy, he's stupid, so he gets caught all the time. And when he was in prison, he converted to Islam, and he is so proud and happy that I know the same stuff from when I was a Muslim. And I'm just trying to tell him. So I took him out to lunch today, and I was like, "Well, walaikum salam," and he's like, "He's like, I told him assalamu alaikum." He's like, "Walaikum salam," and he's like, "See, he was happy," and I'm like, "Dude," and I hugged him, and I'm like, "I'm glad you're out. I really am." And we were talking, and I'm like, "Man, when it comes to God, you just gotta pray and seek God. You don't. It's not about the religions."
All
And
right.
he's just so dogmatic with it because, and me and him talk. I'm like, to him,
Hey,
I
Ortho,
even
hold
asked
on
him, like,
one
dude,
second. I'm only up here for a second. I got some shit too, but I just want to say this. Ike is sniffing every chair I get out of in every channel. Ike, I'm gonna drain you of all your Mexican money because I am on every channel. Ike, you can try to.
anywho,
I'm
my
sorry. I'm not letting him come up here to shit on people. That's not what this channel's about. If he wants to come up with something positive, I have no problem. Shall I try it again or no?
that is completely up to you. But I'm gonna finish telling you about my little brother because me and him had a great conversation, and I mean, this is the first time I've seen my brother in 2 years. So I was happy. Like I'm actually. It may not seem like it, but that's kind of why in my stream today I had a lot more energy. I was recharged and I was happy because even all the problems I have with my little brother, I love him deeply, and it it didn't upset me that he was a Muslim just because I'm an apostate and I left Islam and returned back to Christianity because he never really was a Christian. He doesn't do the whole God thing even as a
Mm-hmm.
Muslim. And I'm like I asked him. I think I hurt his feelings, but I apologized to him. Told him I didn't mean to. I was like, dude, to me, I'm seeking out God because I'm a religious person. The reason I sound like the people who taught you about your religion and other preachers is because I truly believe there is a God. To you, this is a gang for protection.
Chuck, I want to just say something. I got a New Year's resolution. I'm here to make a
I gotta
little
piss. I'll be back,
apology.
gentlemen.
Me too.
Look, I just want to say that, I'm here to apologize to absolutely no one. All right. I am going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, more racist.
Thank you, and please deposit your quarter in the machine. I told you this is not what this is about. This channel isn't about crapping on people. This channel is about trying to help people. If that's not what you want in life, well, then move on and find the ones that will let you do the crappy things. I'm hopefully, maybe somebody down the road will get some use out of this.
I just got back and I saw Ike's comment. It's money bag, smiley face, dollar bill type sign.
There you go.
Uh,
Yes, send me the money. It's in the banner.
Send me the money.
See, we got a
Oh,
thing too. One who feels he's an atheist or agnostic, such an experience seems impossible to find God. But to continue as we are means disaster, especially if he's an alcoholic or an addict of the hopeless variety. To be doomed to death or to live on a spiritual basis are not always easy alternatives to face, but it isn't difficult. About half our original fellowship were exactly of that type. At first, some of us tried to avoid the issue, hoping against hope we were not true alcoholics. But after a while, we had to face the fact that we must find the spiritual basis of life or else. Perhaps it's going to be that way with you, but cheer up. Something like half of us thought we were atheists or agnostics. Our experience shows us you need not be disconcerted. If mere morals or better philosophy of life were sufficient to overcome addiction, many of us would have recovered long ago. But we found that such codes and philosophies did not save us, no matter how much we tried. We could wish well to be moral. We could wish to be philosophically comforted. In fact, we could will these things with all of our might, but the needed power wasn't there. Our human resources, as marshaled by the will, were not sufficient. They failed utterly. Lack of power was our dilemma. We had to find a power by which we could live, and it had to be a power greater than ourselves. Obviously, but where and how were we to find this power? Well, that's exactly what this is about. Trying to help others find a God of their understanding, a creator of the universe, whatever you want to call him. Like OG was talking about Islam. From what little bit I've studied some of the others, they all point to a God, up one God only. It doesn't matter how you get there. It's just the fact of getting there.
that's what I
I
told my
know,
brother too when we were
is it?
talking. Yeah, when we were talking, I told him, I said, "Bud, the only thing is we're here to serve God. We're here to be positive role models for our fellow man." And he wanted to argue with me because he's a new convert, you know. And, you know, nobody's more zealous than a new convert.
Ooh, yeah, like a
And
reformed smoker. I got you.
yeah, and I think I hurt his feelings, and I feel bad, and I even apologized to him. I hugged him, I grabbed him, and I hugged him. And I'm like, I'm glad you're here. I don't want to argue about religion. I'm glad you're out. And I hope that this isn't just something you did when you were in Jive, because I see, because I went back when I went back while him and my friend were smoking a cigarette talking. I prayed and I thank God that he found some faith. He found, because my brother was a depressed atheist, like an angry depressed atheist for a
Now,
long time.
was he just a non-believer or was he anti-God? When you say a
He was
depressed
an
atheist,
he was just a non-believer. Like me and him, our family, me and him specifically, has had horrible shit happen to us all our life, and we've we've both tried to overcome on our own. And he was just depressed and upset and didn't believe and didn't understand why bad things happen because he was a child still.
yeah, he's a
And
youngin.
well, he just outright denied God. And he wouldn't get militant and mean with people who did believe, but if you try to talk to him about it, like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. It's stupid. God's not real. This stuff happens. And it made me
Oh,
happy.
another flow state. Gotcha.
But he's happy. He seems happy now. He's happy to be out. He tried his best to take advantage of the courses that were available. He wasn't able to get his GED because social security issues, like social security card issues.
Really?
But yeah, you actually have to have a copy of it in the lockup, and he didn't have
Ah,
one. And they make it
gotcha.
so difficult now for your family to send you stuff. You have to do like 80,000 things, and my mom is not technically illiterate enough to do so, like tech literate enough to do it, because you can't just file it on paper at the prison or the
Not
local
no
sheriff.
more.
You got to
Everything.
go
Yep.
online.
Yep.
And then they want you to scan 80,000 different documents. So it was just very difficult. But he took advantage of every other thing that he could, and I mean, he came out a better man. It seems this is just the first time he's seen him today, but we were both happy. I took him out, like I said, I took him and my friend out for Chinese food, and he yapped so much. He was so happy to be around his older brother again, and I don't know why he likes me or looks up to me. I don't know why. To me, I'm a piece of shit. And y'all, and I've said this. I'm not joking when I say that. But people on here like me, my little brother like me, and I've never had trouble making friends. So, but I'm genuinely happy I got to talk to my brother, and I'm genuinely happy that he's found a path towards God and positivity. And I'm genuinely happy that I'm forcing myself to be positive this year, because I've realized the power of positivity is a real thing. So maybe that's my, I told you I didn't have a recovery story. Maybe depression and anger is my recovery story.
Well,
uh,
there's a, there's a whole process. That's the 12 steps. I don't care which program it is, but it's a thing that for you to get the fog out of your mind, to get some clear thinking, to try to straighten out what you fucked up the best that you can. Not that anybody's perfect at it, and to forgive them, forgive yourself, and be able to move on in life instead of living in the past is what the whole program of recovery is about. Like I said, it's about living. It's not about not drinking, not drugging, not eating, not whatever. It's about getting back and living a productive life the best that you can without any regrets. And it's not easy to take that inner look at yourself. What are they, Dr. Young, what do you call it? Shadow, shadow work or looking at the shadow, something like that. I forget. But hell, even Carl Jung had a big part in the formation of Alcoholics Anonymous. He was a firm believer in the program.
I'm not trying to be funny.
Yes,
What is
sir.
it? Why is it called Alcoholics Anonymous? Like, do y'all wear bags over your head, disguises? I'm not being funny. Like, why?
The, th-
Because every time
the,
I've seen this reference is just dudes and women talking to one another, and they don't they even say their names. Like, so why do they call
well,
it Alcoholics Anonymous?
you do that to try to take to give them a like a veil in order to face these things without accusation and persecution. You know, you're not supposed to, whoever you see there, what you hear there, you're supposed to leave it there. Now, if somebody gives you permission to speak on it, that's one thing, but you don't go around being braggadocious about it. It's like I said, it's like a veil that allows you to be anonymous as you're trying to clean up your life without facing ridicule. If that makes any sense. Because Lord knows when I worked on steps of the program, I did not expect that I had to look at myself and my part in what things had happened. And when you're honest with yourself, and after you compile that list, then you have to find somebody else to share that list with, and you pour your guts out. And believe it or not, when you do that, it's such a relief on so many different levels. It's just an experience that it's hard to describe. And you know, kind of some of the ones I talk about. We've talked in private. You get down to the nitty gritty, and you start chipping at them inner feelings that may be holding us back. But like I said, this is all about a program of living, and it's really nobody else's business. If you want to drink, hell, have at it. I don't care. If you want to quit drinking, let me know. I'll do everything I can to help you.
Well,
It's,
people don't realize when. Go ahead, my bad.
no, no, you're fine. Go ahead.
When you're addicted to something or live a certain way or inducted into a cult, right? You forget how to live and be human, right? Everything is about the cult, is about the addiction, is about the belief. So I can get where you're coming from, where it's not about to separate from the cult or to separate from the dogma or to separate from the substance. It's about teaching you to be able to function without those things. So I
Exactly.
understand that.
I'm trying to find a. Uh, there's another one here if I can find it. The damn book's so big, sometimes I forget where shit's at. But yeah, anybody that has an issue and wants a way out, there is a way out. We don't have to live down there in that wallowing in our uh, misery. And crap. See, my book where I had everything bookmarked, my original book got burned up in my fire 5 years ago. So I'm having to go through and remark things that were in of what I thought were important that would maybe touch somebody to try to help them out. Oh, and I probably can't find it. But anyway, anybody here, you all are welcome. This is going to be a recovery related type show, and it doesn't have to be strictly about alcoholism. And I'll be honest with you, we would accept uh, what I don't want to call them druggies, drug abusers. We would even let them attend. Though we reached a point, I would reach a point that our experiences were different enough that we couldn't get on the same level. So that's why they say it's best, an alcoholic to work with an alcoholic, uh, a drug person to work with a drug person in order to get that connection. Because I know what it's like to live in as an alcoholic, the feelings. I can relate to that 100%. But when I've tried to work with others, we will reach an impasse because I couldn't grasp their exact issue. Damn, that doesn't make any sense. Uh, I was looking for it and I can't find it. At the moment, like I said, I'm having to remark my book, and it's like, holy cow. But, and there's no shame. There's no shame in the game. I don't care what path you're walking. You could, I used to tell drunks this all the time. They would get drunk and think they failed. And it's like, there's no shame in getting, falling down. The shame is not getting back up. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, we don't use this as an excuse for shying away from the subject of God. Uh, you going through the steps of recovery, you form an association with a God of your understanding, not my God, a God of your understanding. Because that we're not here to push religion. We're here to help the next man get out of the garbage. Because the spiritual life is not a theory. We have to live it. And I was talking about there may be some wrongs that we can never fully right, but we do the best that we can. There was quite a few situations that all I could do was try to make an apology or restitution and let it go at that. I couldn't make them not hate me anymore or like me again. That wasn't the purpose. All I could do was present them with my sincere, heartfelt sorries, and if they didn't want to accept it, that was fine. I wasn't. I don't try to force it upon them at all. Uh, Here's another part. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we are halfway through. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We don't think so. They're being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They always materialize if we work for them. This whole program is about sharing and giving, not about taking and being a, a boss or a guru or anything like that. We are not about that at all. When I say we, I'm using that term loosely. I'm talking about myself, what I was taught. And if you learn something, what good does it to learn it if you can't give it away? You don't charge people for anything. And that part about a lot of people in life, that part about we don't regret the past, nor do we shut the door on it. See, a lot of people try to just close the door and act like things didn't happen in the past. Well, if you do that, that means you've got undealt issues that you need to deal with before you can actually move forward in your life. And we take the word blame and fault out of it. We look at the problem for what it is. And by doing that, it kind of gives us a clean slate to start with, kind of like what your brother was talking about. Being charged, supercharged the way he is. He's probably thankful to get out of prison and talk to regular people too. OG.
Well, he was
Like,
really happy to see me, really happy to see mom, really happy to see everybody, really.
because I used to go in the state prisons, federal prisons, just to carry experience, strength, and hope to the next person that wanted it, not to force it on them. They got to choose. They weren't forced to come. They came by their own volition. They weren't forced to stay there. And you never know the way I look at it, if I help one person overcome an issue and straighten their life out and learn how to live life and be happy about it, no matter what situation they're in, then I've done something. At least I think so. Because Lord
Understand?
knows, look at all the people out there you see suffering, and they want to waller in that self pity crap. They're always negative, ugly, mean.
Yeah, and they make their problem someone else's.
Yes, yes.
That's when I'm being negative and I'm upset because of horrible shit that happens. I always ask myself, am I making this someone else's problem? And if the answer to that is yes, I'll either shut down or immediately apologize and try to better the mood. Because that's the one thing you can't do. Because when you become that broken as an individual and have that many problems to the point where you're making it everyone else's problem, then it's really just bad.
Well,
You
that's
got to do better.
when I was at the end of my drinking career. That's where I was at. I made anybody that came into contact with me, I made their life miserable. Nobody wanted to be around me. They'd see me and they'd run the other direction because, whew, I wasn't no fun to be around. And I remember after I did sober up, I was in the hospital, what, a month and a half. I died twice from uh, withdrawals. And had I not been in the hospital, I'd have been dead. But after I sobered up, my so-called friends that we always hung out at the bar together, they started saying, "Oh, you're one of them people." I'm like, "What's with them people?" "Oh, you're a goody two shoes. You don't drink no more." I said, "That's me. That's my issue." And they would always they tried for a while every time I turned around, try to pull me back into the, "Oh, you can just have one, it won't hurt you" approach. I've tried that approach before and it got me drunk every time because I was a serious alcoholic. Like I told you, I'd get up in the morning, I couldn't even drink a cup of coffee without I'd pull the bottle of vodka out of the freezer and take 3 good hits, and then I could pour coffee and it stay in the cup. Otherwise, I shook so bad. And that was just medicine. I didn't even count that as drinking. That was just medicine. But at the end of the day, a case of beer and a fifth of bourbon was my norm. Was my norm. And I quit having hangovers. That's because I was never sober. And in order to keep from getting in trouble at work, back in the day, NyQuil used to be 25% alcohol by value. I had gallons of that shit in my locker at work. Tell me I wasn't a sick puppy. That shit grabbed a hold of me and took over my life.
Chuck, we're already healing people. Look in the chat. We're already healing people.
Oh my God. Imperious and Ike are hugging.
They holding each other.
It's a miracle. I told you there's a God out there.
You also people don't realize the power of laughter and not taking yourself so seriously. Like that goes a long fucking way.
Can you
Do
see
you
that
agree?
comment I just put on the screen? Can you read it?
Yeah. That is my niece. If it ain't her way, call the popo. Just stupid stuff she does to her father. Very sad.
She in the throes of addiction? Is that what it is?
That's what it seems like. Imperius says, in life, you either need to laugh or cry. LOL. That, Imperius, sometimes you drop little tidbits of fucking wisdom in throughout your insanity, psychopathic rage. I ain't even gonna lie.
Where'd it go? There we go. And I don't know why. It won't, on this phone, it won't let me pin the StreamYard link. In life,
phone.
you either. Go ahead.
It's fine.
You got a message down there, I think.
Orthodox, did you hear me go nuts on JP? I don't watch JP shows, so I don't know. No, I didn't. If you DM me the link, I'll go watch it.
Do you get a lot of joy out of that? That's what I wonder. What do you think?
I think Imperius does like debating and yelling, so I think he does find joy off of it.
I mean, but what's the end purpose? To make somebody else feel like shit?
I think with Imperius, it's not necessarily them feeling like shit, right? I think that he does it because he thinks those people are pieces of shit and they're trying to lead people astray. And in his own sense of justice, he's making pieces of shit that can make other people like mislead and lead people astray. He's exposing them and showing other people that they're pieces of shit. And I think he gets satisfaction out of that. I could be wrong. He might just like to argue.
Well, he says it's extremely satisfying. And why don't you come back up and explain that? I'd really like to understand that a little bit more. As long as you're not crazy, I'll let you back up.
Well, Chuck, I do have to get off to bed. I'm getting fucking sleepy. I'll be watching from the chat. If you need me, holler, because I'll be watching on my phone.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to be up here alone with Imperius if he's coming back up. If not,
I'll stay then. I'll stay. I ain't got to go to bed. I'll stay. I want to support my homie because you have supported me a lot. So I'm here.
put
with
your
you.
pants back on.
No.
And also for y'all that don't know, Mr. OG suffered a tragic house fire. He lost everything. I went through the same thing 5 years ago, so I know what he's going through, and it's rough. There is a GoFundMe link in the chat, I do believe, if anybody feels the urge to donate, go to that GoFundMe, whether it's $1 or $2. If not, just share his link out to somebody else. Any little thing can help because I know what it's like to lose everything. He says, give me a sec. He's back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's not like look, there's like a multifaceted thing that I get at. First, it keeps me like training or at least like competent in wittiness and being able to make fun of people. Like being able to just come with insults like out of no, like I'm good at, man, there's no one that can match me at that. And so that's good. Number two, I genuinely think that all these people online, like I don't have problems with people that are just doing shows to make money and they're just saying what they say. Like like Orthodox's channel. I don't have channel like problems with that. I have problems with people who are up there trying to make like some kind of moral stance as some leader or something when they're all bullshit. Like, like Galt or like Wilson, like all these people that sit there and go, I'm gonna make my whole presence online belittling these people, yet I'm that very same person. Like that's what I genuinely don't like. Other than that, like I don't really care. Like I just go on and cause chaos because honestly, I enjoy getting other shows viewers and I enjoy it. It gives me ego to see people donating tons of money to shut me up or keep me on. Like it's just an ego boost, a pure ego boost that people would donate money to keep me up or send me off. You know what I mean? So there's multi levels of it. Like sometimes it's funny when like people like I'll go on a panel and within like 2 minutes someone will donate 20, get them out of here for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like don't even let it, like to me that's just funny. There's that level, but then there's the level of like I genuinely try to get channels like viewers and money. Like see like do you genuinely think I send those like audio messages to CT without him encouraging me to do that?
Oh,
Like
I'm sure he does.
of course, he DMs me and he says, "Say the most horrible thing you can about this." You know what I mean? And so he sends, and then he gets tons of freaking reaction from it.
This
Like,
is true.
You know what I mean? So there's multiple levels of it. It's not just like a single thing. Like it's like yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy it like in some like keeping my mind sharp, if not like with the intelligence aspect of just being able to be witty and being able to make fun of people on the fly when they say something and I can just make a joke out of something they said without planning it, without having it in my back pocket. I can just boom, boom, boom. That like keeps your mind like more active. Like remember what did Mark Twain say? Humor, satire, and wit are the greatest adversaries of ignorance.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so it's that kind of stuff. Like there's just multiple levels of like enjoyment that I get out of it. And honestly, I also find it funny that like it's just kind of like to me, I look at like YouTube almost like a high school. Like, you know what I mean? Where there's all these little cliques and drama going on, and you can just like, you know what I mean? It's like every day when you sign onto YouTube, it's like going into the cafeteria kind of. Like that's how I kind of like look at it. It's just entertaining like that to me.
The only thing I see is that I can see the channels where that happens and whatnot, but you seem not to be able to. You hit every channel like that.
Well, what I
Coming
do
in
is the thing is like
hot
it,
and
it depends
hard.
the type of channel. Like that's not true. Like if I go on to like other like Ginny's channel or something like that, like I'd never talk like that. Like, no, what it is if the people are gonna have like a serious debate or act serious about issues when I go, like I have to like I throw down a landmine to determine if those people are really intent on what they believe and what they say, or if they're just regurgitating information that's been told to them that they have no real zeal or voraciousness behind it. Like
Yeah,
it's just
they're just
people that
running a script. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like if I can get someone emotionally rattled like that with just some words, I know they obviously don't really believe what they're saying. They're just saying stuff to feed their own ego or get views or try to self-serve themselves. If somebody is really assured in what they're saying, no words or insults are going to get you to are going to get them to deviate from what they believe. They're just going to sit there and go, okay, well, let's get back to what I was saying. And that's
Right.
when I know I have to deal with somebody with some kind of intelligence. You know what I mean? And that's when I'll actually like start dealing with more about like through an intelligent lens of like, no, your arguments are wrong here, here, here. You don't have to like, I'll move on from the insult. But 95% of people, just like in real life, Chuck, can't get past like immediate emotional like reactions or responses and are unable to control themselves. So 95% of people I interact with on here don't get past that mark. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean these channels, these YouTube things are all full of, as Flo would say, retarded people.
Like we're all a little effed up that we're on here just playing it. Like, trust me, I know I'm a little effed. I'm not, you know, like we're all a little effed up that we're on here getting entertained. Like that's not my like. To me, it's that people like literally are on here trying to take themselves way too seriously. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah,
You get what I mean? Like people sit on like they sit on here and people take themselves way too seriously when it's like, dude, this is a joke. It's like a big like entertainment platform. Stop taking yourself seriously. It is what it is. Go with the flow. Just you know what I mean? Like, and then that's the thing. People take themselves really, really seriously on here, and then you see them like melt down over shit. And then it's like, you know what I mean? Like that's like even like with Ike. Like, do you think like I know Ike's not really like melting down or mad at me. He does the whole thing like to mute me in a way to say, Imperius, there's someone there that'll check you if you go way too far. Shut up for a little bit. I don't want to hear it. Like that's what
right.
you get what I mean? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like a, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like it's a counterbalance to like that I go overboard because I can take over like entire like sectors of shit. Like
Oh
like
yes,
yes,
yes.
like yesterday, dude, or when I was on JP's, literally, I'm viral all over the internet because Wilson dropped into the chat and I literally like melted down, like wanting him to come up, dude. I was going nuts, bro, because I genuinely like don't like him, and I told JP because JP wasn't there when he was in, he stepped away, and so
Mm-hmm.
Wilson left after a while. And I told JP, I said, JP, dude, I could have made you so viral. You could have been the channel that where Andrew Wilson's career was ended on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it's different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I genuinely like. I have very little like actual like malice toward anybody on here except for like a couple people that actually go out of their way to like harm the world through the bullshit that they're spewing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if it's entertainment and but when you start creating little cults that think you're like they're like a bunch of cult sycophants, that's like
yeah,
a whole different thing. You know what I mean?
yeah. I belong to the Crucible, therefore I must protect Crucible at any level, at any cost.
Yeah, it's like even if I know it's wrong, I know it doesn't matter. I must protect. It's like, dude, like I don't look at anyone like if my family, if I'm wrong, like if someone's wrong, they're wrong. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
And
that's
then that's the whole difference. Like I like on most channels, like I like if you see me on JP's, I didn't say like one racial thing yesterday on the like for 5 hours on there. No,
really.
no, yeah, no. Like, dude, I can be the most. If see, the thing is I've actually formally debated in real life, like in college and stuff. Like, when you first like actual like the Lincoln Douglas style debates of like
Yeah,
different,
the real debates. Yeah.
like the first affirmative construction, cross examination, first negative construction, cross examination, like actual structured debates where you have to give each other the evidence beforehand and all that kind of, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
so it's very hard for me to take people like seriously on here when like the other day I was on some channel and like someone was on there and muted me after don't say racial stuff, and he's all I don't do, and then right after he said don't he said don't say racial stuff, he goes, I don't play with that N-word shit. It's like
Mm.
you just did it. You know what I mean? And that's why I don't take people like these aren't serious people. Like 99% of people are not serious on here. And that's why I don't take it seriously. Like I was just on when I was on Landry's over here. Like I just go on there and say like wrestling promos or like, you know what I mean? And do funny little things. Like on CTs the other day, I was doing like wrestling promos, like Macho Man lines and stuff like that. And nobody gets it, and to me, it's so funny that nobody gets it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, they're looking for that gotcha.
Yeah, and they take it way too seriously, and that's why it's so funny, dude. Like I don't know, dude. Like that's why it's like as much as the crazy shit I say, I'm never gonna like go out of my way to like ruin somebody's life on here unless they do some really effed up stuff to me, or they're trying to do some cult thing to like destroy the world. Other than that, like I would never like dude. Do you really think like I was the one that doxed like Bob or shut like what's Hoodservatives channel. No, those are like
No.
those are the groypers and the people that follow me, like have discords that just like they'll be like, I'm gonna just go after, like, literally, if I go somewhere, like there are people that follow, and then like if they mute me, people get pissed and they're like, no, I'm gonna go after that channel then. Like there's entire
yeah.
discords that do this.
That's
Like
kind
I
of
don't even ask them to. They'll just go after people.
Well,
And
it's
so,
kind of
like,
like the Mike
yeah.
Cerrone thing. There for a long time, there was a
Oh,
group.
people were so after him, dude. Like
Yeah,
they're still after him.
no matter where he showed up,
Yeah.
somebody
And
sent
I
out
mean,
an
I'm
alert.
thankful they're not,
Yeah,
and I'm thankful they're not after me. They just find me entertaining. So they don't deal with, you know what I mean? But they get pissed at people that like do stupid shit and mute me or ban me. You know what I mean?
right.
That's the thing. Like, and you know, and that's them. So like, I don't do that shit. Like, it's not me. Like, I don't care very much to actually go around and do shit. You know what I mean? It's not me.
See,
Like,
I enjoy this side of you, the conversationalist, as opposed to the screaming stuff. Any
yeah,
channel
Chuck,
that does the
Chuck,
screaming stuff, I
it's
can't.
Chuck. You're old enough to remember kayfabe, bro. You remember Andy Kaufman, right?
Yep, yep,
Like, dude? Remember what he got? He got wrestlers to believe he was not acting. Remember Jerry
yep,
Lawler literally punched him in the face on that late night show?
yep.
Like literally, it wasn't an act. He punched him in the face as a wrestler. A wrestler couldn't tell if he was playing or not. You know,
Right.
that's how good he. Like, it's more, dude. I'm playing. Like, yes, it is me, but just like every wrestler or every like stage player, you're that character amped up to 10. You get what I mean? Like you're that, but in real, this is amped you up to 10. You're just amplifying it way out of what it actually is for the entertainment and the bombastic purposes of it. So,
Okay. Well, yeah, because what I've seen of you always come in on fire. No matter what channel I've seen you on, I'm like, is it really necessary on this channel to act like that?
no, not on this, like not on this one. Like there's a different vibe, but like on a
Right.
lot of those channels on the panels, it livens the chat up. It livens the
Oh
activity.
yeah,
It like you
I
know what I
can
mean?
see that.
Like
If you're
like a
after
lot of
that
these.
reality
Yeah,
TV
because
show,
a lot of these panels and stuff, bro, are very like I'm sorry to say, but a lot of people like on the internet, especially on these sector and stuff, are autistic. So they'll just sit there and be like, okay, we're doing and argue the same points, the same things, argue meta analysis over meta analysis of meta instead of just directly addressing points, getting to it, and being more direct and just entertaining and funny about it.
yeah.
And
But no, they got you hurt their fee-fees, and then they want to get into the ad hominems and then the
yeah,
personal
like dude,
attack.
like if you notice a lot of the times, I won't even be the first person to say the ad hominem. I just once I hear a little one, I just take it to level 10 and drive it off the cliff. You know what I
Right.
mean? I just skip the intermediate of like rising animosity and I go, let's just go off the cliff, let's nuke it. You know what I mean? So it's just a different kind of way that I go about it. So
Okay.
that's all.
So
But
this gives me a better perspective of you.
yeah, and
To be
Orthodox knows
honest.
what I'm saying. Like Orthodox would have told you. He knows what I'm saying. Like, so, anyways, I gotta hop off, but I just wanted to jump
Well,
on.
I appreciate you clarifying that.
Yeah,
Why
And hope,
why else do you think I fuck with the guy when after he spurgs that on me and gets mad? It's mainly
well,
just
yeah,
him doing that because it draws attention and makes people talk shit after he leaves.
yeah, I love it. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
all right, God
By
bless.
Imperius. Like
All right.
like when I say Imperius is not a bad dude behind the scenes, like I mean that. There are times where he does get angry because he feels like you're protecting Wilson, like the Wilsons, right? Specifically
Right.
Sarah. And he's like, well, fuck you, all right? You took away from my fun. I'm going to fucking get mad at you and curse you out behind the scenes. But there's
Correct.
always people that do shit like that.
Yeah,
Imperius isn't actually malicious.
that's why I
He's
was
just gonna fuck shit.
asking him if he had to come in on fire, because he even came up here on fire at first. That's why I had to put him back. And I
Well,
didn't want.
I think him and Ike are just joking. I don't know if that's actually serious between them.
Oh no, I'm talking about when he got on panel at first.
That's what I'm talking about. I thought he was joking around with Ike when he first came on panel.
It might have been.
That's the thing. I don't know if they're joking because it seems like bro humor. All right, you gonna talk shit? I ain't bet. Bye. Like it just seems like bro humor to me. So I don't know if it's serious. I think it's just a joke between those two gentlemen.
Well, I know, like between Imperius and Bob, there's no joke there, none whatsoever. You remember that, don't you?
I don't actually know what happened between the two. I just know that they seem to not like each other.
He called Bob's wife a bitch or something like that. It was
Ah,
a simple statement like that,
well, a
and
man's gonna
it got,
defend his wife.
yep, and that's exactly what happened. And uh, those two actually don't, it's like oil and water. They don't mix at all. And I realized some of it is for a floor show, but it went past a floor show and hit a nerve. And you know what happens when you hit a nerve? That's when grudges start and
Yeah,
all
all
that
hell
other
breaks
stuff.
loose.
Yep. But I'll get ready to cut this off unless somebody has something. This is just a trial run to see what we could do or to see what I could do. But it looked like it ran pretty smooth, and I do appreciate everyone that did show up. I'm going to try to at least do this once a week and see if it takes off or not, because I know there's people that are struggling that don't want to be in the predicament they're in, or they want a way out. And this is a way out for some people. I'm not claiming it's a cure or I got all the answers, but as a team, we allow to succeed better than if we're fighting the world by ourselves, because we don't have to fight continuously. There's more to life than that. And there'll be a lot of God talk here. So anyone gets offended, I apologize ahead of time. But for me, without having a God of my understanding, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I'd be in a gutter somewhere like I used to be. And I don't want to be that guy no more. So, you got any final words, OG?
I just want to say thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me to talk. And thank you for creating a space like this for people who need it, because it's it's a beautiful thing and I really appreciate it.
Well,
So,
like I said, what good does it do to hoard it to yourself? If I can't help somebody else, or at least try, because it was given to me freely by men and women that gave their time of day to me. So why not give it away? I got it for free. Why not give it away for free? Not charge people for it, and not preach from a mountaintop either. Just coming from a simple, everyday living life approach. Because believe me, folks, I don't care what spot you're at in life, you could be happy in that spot. Because I've been there. I've been in the gutter before, lived down there, and I started from scratch when I quit drinking. Like I said, I had to repair a lot of relationships. It was hard at first. It got easier as it went along. But like I said, I drove my family away. I got them back. Was able to make life wholesome, fun, content at any stage that I went through. It's not easy always, but no one ever said it was going to be a rose garden. So with that, I thank everybody for coming out, and we will catch you on the next go around.